Okay, everybody, welcome to our webinar tonight. This is Executive Diamond Leslie Derenoncourt. We're here in South Florida in Dana Beach, which is Fort Lauderdale. Sunny Florida. All you people up north, if you get snow and cold, I'm sorry, but we're here to share with you. As you know, this is mostly our organization, our team, and I wanted to kind of share some marketing concepts I'll be rolling out. But more importantly, I wanted you to understand, I feel like as a collective group, those of you on the line with us tonight, and also those partners we're going to send this recording to, we want them to understand the value of what we have in our business. So I recently met a gentleman who's well credentialed, who has been at three different network marketing companies, who's got to the top of every company. And a matter of fact, in one stay, he got to recruit 60,000, build a team and organization of 60,000, and he did most of it teaching his team how to build cold market and along with their warm market. For those of you not familiar in network terminology, warm market is simply everyone you know, your personal friends, family, and so on. Most network marketing companies teach going after your warm market. We still are going to teach that. We still embrace that, and that's really sharing the vacation travel business with your family and friends. From that, you get people who are interested in making money with you, and from that, you'll get people who want to book travel. But what I really want to really give us is a comprehensive, simplified strategy to market to the cold market. And the gentleman that I'm taking a lot of this information from, who's really also an expert in the home-based tax arena, has provided me his system for how he built such a significant cold market business. So, but first, it starts with really telling the team what your objective is. Now, all of you who are new, and anybody that you have, if you're a leader on this line or call or the webinar, you have some people that recently joined you. So what I want you to really start to do is get grasp of what's the importance of doing this and why people do this business. So we categorize it in four levels, okay? One is most people join this business, some people join this business to get 40 or 80% of the travel. That's our travel member trips. That's our vacation experiences. That's us using our travel card, our Clear card, which is our travel agent card, to get discounts consistently from vendors around the country. Now, why do they do that? They want us to experience their facilities and be excited because what do? We send them customers. So if we're excited and get to enjoy, let's say they upgrade us to the suite or the presidential suite at a fraction of the cost, we'll be able to now book high-end clients for that experience because we personally experienced it. So they know that. So you're constantly getting discounts. Some people just want the discounts. They don't want to sell anything else. They want to just do their own travel. Guess what? They can come on board and still do the business. And we'll show them how to do that. Then some people want huge tax benefits of a home-based business. Those are people who are paying a lot of taxes and don't have a lot of deductions. You can now introduce this as a concept. Probably they're traveling, if they're making good money, for business or for personal. If you can show them now, they can turn around and get extra money in their pockets, not only every month, but for the year. And how not to let the IRS keep your refund money to the end of the year because you're financing the government there. We can show you how to do that. They may just join for that. God bless them. I'll take you on. And of course, the third reason people join is, listen, I want a job, but I want a job in the travel industry. Guess what? It takes you a year to go to school to be certified to do it on your own, and probably a little bit less to go work for another travel agency who's not going to pay you 75% of commission. So go and join with us within an hour and a half of joining for a modest fee, a fraction of the cost that you're going to pay anyone else to be a travel agent. You can now leverage the full travel agency of vacation travel, extreme travel. So guess what? Now you can make additional income. I'm going to help you sell your heart out if that's what you want to do. But then you can be number four. That's me. I want to build a massive organization of travel agents having fun travel, getting the tax benefits, and wanting to build off a residual income stream. So if that's the case, if you want to be like me, I'm going to help you get started and show you how to do that. So all of these three provide this advantage. But all four have this in common. You got to pay your $69.95 to stay certified. Whether you want to be in a travel club, the discount travel club, whether you want the tax benefit, whether you want to sell travel every month or every week, you still got to pay your $69.95. If you're looking versus other companies or agencies or schools on what it takes to be a travel agent, it is a fraction of the cost. And the best yet is I could show you how to offset that $69.95. So this is the value proposition. Get paid 20 different ways. There's 3 additional ways now. Access the wholesale travel program, the tax benefits. Look at it. It just funnels in. You get certified quickly. You got a university that's coming up that give you more information. You got great discounts. You got loyalty points you can use in your travel club. On and on and on. Talk about all the residual income. So these are all the benefits. So if everyone who signs up with you understands that, guess what happens? They know now all of this is available to them. And they could do what they want to do. So the question is, when you ask them, what do you want to do? So, all right, if they're the category 1, I want to have a discount travel. Well, we tell you what to do. You got to do your training. You got to get your travel agent card, which costs $50. You better start looking at all those wonderful trips you can take and there's significant discounted condos. You better join the Platinum Club because what? They give you extra discounts and you get loyalty for buying things through yourself and traveling through yourself. So guess what? You enjoy all the aspects of travel. And in order to maintain the travel, guess what you have to do? You got to pay the $69.95. See, you're reinforcing with everybody why the $69.95 is important. Step number 2, you got to market travel. I just want to do travel. I want a job. Because that's what a travel agent does. It's a job. Well, guess what? You better book with the vendors, right? You got to do your certification. You got to get your clear card. You got to qualify for I-10. I mean, book 5,000. You get the special card on your own. You got to take the university. And you can also market the services, the other services that come. All the same reason. Guess what? In order to take advantage of that, you got to pay your $69.95. Once again, you reinforce it. How about the people who want to take the tax break? Well, we have a tax package, a wonderful book by the gentleman who showed me this. You buy the book if you want to. You can order audio book. It's reasonable, but it shows. In this thing, I was a CFO for a company. And I did not think, as in my travel business, that I could put my wife on the payroll and my kids on the payroll. Did you think of that? And get more deductions. So let's say you got a W-2 job, you're $50,000, you're paying the IRS about $18,000, $15,000, right? You do this business, you put your wife on the payroll, and you put your son on the payroll, and that money could go in their account. As long as you don't touch it, the IRS won't tax you on interest. And now you deduct it. So what? Maybe you hand the kids out to give flyers to the kids at school. It's building their college education. Okay? I didn't think of that. But rich people do. In order to maintain that, your IRS says you must at least work 3 to 4 hours a week and have an intent to make a profit. Some people out there, including accountants, say, no, you got to make money. Absolutely false. As long as you're doing the business, you show intent to a profit, you could do these write-offs and get your W-2 income. The only thing you have to do is you got to keep good records. Because the IRS want to see this and the validation of all this. So what do? When you take that travel vacation, you set up a couple of meetings, you bring your cards with you, you meet with people, you write it down, the whole trip's a write-off. Watch out, Disney. I'm about to recruit a whole bunch of Disney employees just for the write-off. I don't care if they join. But what if some of them are interested? That's what I'm talking about. So guess what? To maintain that and be ready for the IRS in a month, you have to have your website up, right? You better pay your $69.95 every month. So these are reinforcing to people why they pay the $69, the value proposition. When people understand the value, then they'll stay. Then they'll work the business. Now, the good part about the 4 things I want to share with everyone tonight is don't try to recruit someone to do something they don't feel like doing. Recruit them, let them do what they do, and then show them the system. Show them how they can make money. And guess what? If you're listen, I got a line for everybody. If you're a travel club, discount club member, here's what I say. Wouldn't you like to have 10 club members just like you, but under you, so you don't have to pay the $69? You like it. You losing it. You think you don't know anybody like that? People like to hang out with people of like-minded, like kind, yes? So, of course, now you can show them how to get 10 people. And then we leave them alone. Let them travel their little hearts all over the country posting their pictures. Guess what? If you did 10 people, you get to be national executive, get all the extra bonuses, and your 69 covered 10 times over because your matrix will start to grow. Okay? So we push everybody to get 10. This is the matrix, right? If you get 10 and they get those 10, go out and get their 10, you start making this kind of money, even though they're just booking travel because they like to travel. Well, same thing with the travel agents. You just want to sell. You don't want to talk to anybody. However, you don't know anybody else who want to book travel too? Absolutely. Well, tell you need 10 travel agencies. But you sign them up and you override them. And guess what? You're a national executive, getting extra money, and your matrix starts to fill. Now, the one who wants to build a residual income, I got them. They're going to want to do this anyway. They're going to love recruiting. Now, the tax break is great. Corporate executive says, I need a tax break. I'm working long hours. I'm paying all the taxes, especially if they get divorced. So then what happens? You don't know anybody else getting divorced? You know anybody else who's paying too much in taxes at the office? Get 10 of them to join the business just for taxes. We leave them alone. They pay the $69.95. Guess what happens? Your 69 is covered. You get the extra bonuses, and your matrix starts to grow. Because everyone knows someone who's going through what they're going through. So recruit people where they're at and build the business. So we have steps for you. We'll share this with everybody. These are the steps you have to do to get going. Set up your account. Set up how you're going to get paid. Get your training. And move on. And do your tax certification, because tax, you can use that, what? To see people the value in the business. Go to your local meeting. Go to a corporate meeting. This is the weekly meeting in Florida. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to personalize how websites and all that stuff for you. And we're going to set you up with the marketing arm, which is called CT Diamond. I'm going to show that in a second. So what we're doing is we're giving you a way to start. Now, don't forget, I'm going to talk co-market now, but I want you to, the basic warm market is to do this. Plug in to a training or a weekly meeting where leaders are there. Get your list of 50, 100 names. Don't judge. And we give you a list. We have a contact and an inviting script, which he uses. I'm going to share with the team. And then here's the thing. What you want to do is you want to have a travel briefing, take people to meetings, sit down with a one-on-one. You want to go through your numbers and really show the people you know, because they'll book travel, they might want to join you, or they put you on a list to watch out. Because a lot of us, with our friends when we're starting, we get on the NFL. You know what the NFL is? No friends left. You start talking to business, they start running. Guess what? We're okay with that, because we're going to show you strategies to inform people. Sometimes strangers might listen to you. If you make sense, then people you know. Is that true?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and of course, we talk about how we get on Facebook and all that stuff. Memory joggers. Listen, this is for your list. Your mom, your brother, grandson. This is all the people you should know. And we got towards the bottom, we got some good stuff. And one of the guys I followed for a long time, he had the pets in here too. I was like, why are your pets? He said, well, you got to walk your dog, don't you? Don't you meet everybody when you walk the dog? You got to go buy food for the dog, right? You got to go to the vet, right? So that makes you think about, put all those people that you're going to meet. If you look at your phone, the average person knows 2,000 people. When you ask them to make a list, they can barely make 20 or 50. So this helps you with that. I like this because this is how you make your list. He got his categories. He says any place that has 4 checks, he starts with those people. Here's what the tendency for most people starting this business. Now, all of you went through this. What you do is the people who are super successful, you leave them at the bottom of the list. Why? You're waiting to become successful. I want to be national executive. I want to be diamond. I want to have a 5,000. Then I'll call them. But the irony of it all is the people that you're waiting to call last are the ones who probably get you to that position faster. Because money knows money. Business owners, business people know business faster than individuals who are struggling and maybe not successful. That's usually who we call first because they need it, right? So-and-so needs to make money, right? But are they qualified? Probably not. He has some scripts. Very simple. I love this. I just became a travel agent with a company called Extreme Travel or Equipication or whatever you want to say in order to make some extra part-time money. Let me ask you a question. If time and money were not an object, would you travel anywhere? What destination would you be at the top of your list? And then they'll say, right, I want to go to Dubai. Well, tell you what, I have a huge hookup on travel vacation deals. I can show you how to save between 40 and 8% for a package deals worldwide, no blackout date. You got to see it. And what the point is, you're directing them to the information. He directs people to a lot of weekly meetings. It depends on you. You could direct them to a website. We're going to work on that with everybody. I'm just showing you overall. So then what I want to do is I want everybody to visualize getting 10 people, helping everyone at 10. If you talk 10, you do 10, your team's going to do what? 10. So here's the deal. You can share with them. Hey, every time you get somebody, check off the box. People like to see that they're accomplishing something, right? And then we're going to recognize you. We do flyers, we do all that stuff when you get to these positions. We post it on Facebook, and let me tell you, the average person gets 50 to 80 comments or likes when they see their friends or family get promoted. Guess what? Everyone who likes it, who's not in the business, what do? You inbox them and say, hey, thank you for liking my promotion. How you been? What's going on with you? That's the way the introduction starts. So remember, $50 for the first two, you get $70. So you're making all this money as national executive. And maybe they want to stop. Maybe they got their 10 agents, they got the 69 flowing, they're not paying it anymore, they're booking travel like crazy. Let them be. Keep it moving. It's meeting people where they're at. So, and now we're going to have the customers. Um, Today I got two customer orders. The guy wants me to quote on something else. I lost his number. Today, the guy called me who referred him to me. He's like, you never called me. I said, I'm sorry, I lost your number, but I'm here now. Oh, by the way, I want another trip to Belize 1 month later. I messed up and I got another order. So we want to get 20 customers. Why? You want to create income. And now with the plus services, we're going to have residual income. So it's really going to be powerful. So that's the launch process. And I want to implement it for everybody with the scripts. Now, what I'm excited about is how do we get more people? Well, let's do this. Oh, I did that already. Okay. So how we're going to do more people is this way. Let me see. Hold on. So what he did is he wants his team to go out and he created a relationship with this graphic slash internet marketing company. And so what they did is he created a way to create a marketing process, right? So we can go out and market, right? So what he's done is created these recruiting flyers. Let's go right here. Okay. That look like this. So he's been doing it for 12 years. He's recruited thousands of people. So he's found out what wording kind of works to attract people. Okay? And so what he realized is we have such a strong card with the travel agency thing that he's focusing on that and he's blasting it out to people. Okay? So what he's doing is he's ordering 1,000 cards. He set up with them to pay $75 here. And of course, you guys pick what you want. I'm not going to force anybody to do this. But this vendor is giving a bottom line price, free shipping, right? Within a week. If you want to expedite, you can pay for them, right? And you get to create these type of flyers. And why I'm showing it to you is because what we want is we want to go out there and let people know you can become a travel agent, and these are the things you get. Earn money from home, work as many hours as you want, get the training you need to be successful, get 80% off your trips. And what you do is you put your information. He will personalize it to you. Now, you should use a number, but we recommend you get a separate business line, and we have a voicemail script for you. And then you put your email. Now, you can get an email that he has set up, which is a nominal fee. I think $4 to get an email set up. But you can get your own email if you want to. It's up to you. What I'm telling you is the concept. So what I'm going to do is when you have these cards going out, we're going to create now accountability. So now we're going to say, okay, I'm going to work with all you guys and say, all right, here's your sheet. You're going to get 1,000 flyers. The goal is to hand out 1,000 flyers a month. If you got 500 left within a month and you say you're going to hand out 1,000, then you're not doing what you say you're going to do. So the income you say you want to make, you're probably not going to make. So now we're going to have daily goals. So 1,000 bucks is 33 flyers a day. And you can mark every day you do it. Just check it off, right? And then you're going to start to send a lot of emails. You're going to get calls and so on. Now, what I want to show you real quick is, show you this. I think that was here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think it's over here. I gotta find it. So what he gave the numbers. Maybe it's not here. Okay, no. All right. So what he did is he gave us numbers, and I'll find it in a second as I'm talking, of his success rate by handing out 1,000 flyers. his return rate is 50. His average 50 people will respond to him in some form or fashion to say they're interested in being a travel agent. So then he has an interview script, which we'll show you, and that you will interview them and say, okay, you want to be a travel agent? Here's what we good. Here's what we do, okay? And we make sure that they're willing to put in the time, and then you send them to your website. Now you also could put a website domain, which you could get from these guys as well. Let me see. Hold on. You could get a website domain, right? That looks like okay, a capture page, right? Where is it? I think I gotta go home. So you can do a capture page that looks like this, and and for those of you who, where's my phone? For those of you who want to see it real live, I want you to see. He puts a 90-second travel agent video. Doesn't have vacation. Doesn't have extreme travel. Don't have his team in on it. It's just generic. And what he wants to do is see people if you're really interested in that. Then what he do? He directs you to the weekly meeting, or a travel party if you're doing it at home, or we establish a webinar, a video link with the presentation. If they're not in your city, or if someone got it traveling and they're somewhere else, send them to the full presentation. Because once you talk to them, you see they're serious. See, what we're going to do is we're turning the script. We're not begging people. We want to interview to see if you're serious. If you got 50 people calling you from 1,000 things, you could now interview people. Because his number is out of the 1,050 people, 5 people sign up for him usually. That's his average sign up. So you could do 1,000 in a day. You could do 1,000 flyers in 30 days. It's up to you. And that's why I like this. You go at your pace. But here's the deal. You have a professional look. You can respond to people, and you have a place to direct them. And you have scripts to talk to them. He has a script for everything he talks about, and he has a video training for everything. Okay, so he actually go to a Platinum Travel Club capture page. A capture page just simply looks like this. I don't know. Let me see if I can go into it here. Let's see if I still have it here. I gotta see. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna have to go into Facebook. It's probably faster. So I'm gonna go to where he sent me. Hopefully nobody's yelling at me in here. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna show you his. And this is it right here, guys. If you want to check it out, but here's what you do: you have to fill out the information. So here's how you do it. You do it this way, or you guys can follow me. It looks like this. This is his actual capture page. So what I'm gonna do is if you guys want to try it out yourself, you can. But I'm gonna do Leslie, and I'm gonna do my email. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, instead of Leslie Derenoncourt, put your first name and put vitamin, so he knows not to call you. Today I had 2 people do it, and he already had the name and numbers, and he was gonna call them. So I said, no, don't call him. So then you fill out the name, put vitamin as if you want to try it yourself, guys. This is the site, and then you put your birth. You can put date you want to get started. I'm saying February. Okay, and today is the 18th, right? I put 18th. Best time to call me. 2:15 p.m. and I submit now. Oh, interest level part-time. So now you saw Blandness and
Do you like to vacation? If you could vacation at insider price.
So what he does is he gives you the 90-second peeking people on the things I talked about travel. Nothing about really recruiting, but building a business. So he captures that information. He captures that information, okay? And he calls the people with his script every day. So imagine you got 1,000 cars out there. People who are interested will call in or click into the site, see that, give the information of a level of interest, and you get their information, and they watch the video, and it tells you if they watch the video. So now what you're doing is you're working. Remember, you're still going to do your warm market. You're still going to talk to people you know about travel and doing, but now you got these cards out there. And that here's the best thing. He does a training about where to go. Let's do that real quick. About where to place the cards. Because he's got 12 years experience. And the funny thing, today I spoke to him, not only does he do it, my phone. Not only has he done it for 12 years, he did it in a job. He actually background was a party promoter, and he started a job with Enterprise, and he was working in in New Jersey, in a low income area, right? And he told his boss that hired him for Enterprise, says, "I want to do flyers. I think we can get business." The guy says, "You're crazy. You're not going to get people on flyers." He laughed at him, right? Within 6 months, they were the #1 grossing office for Enterprise. So then, he made a lot of money. He left. He went into network marketing. He said, "I'm going to do flyers." Guess what? I was one of those people who said flyers don't work. They laughed at him. He became the #1 of the top money earners and made millions with prepaid legal. He always had the most people at every meeting. So he wrote the book for the tax thing. That's what I showed you. Then he took a break because he made some money there. He was just doing that. He was burnt out, go flying all over the place and all that stuff. He did organic gold for a little while. Then now he got burnt out. So then now he saw this company. Somebody introduced him. He joined back in. He had a commitment to coach his 2 daughters. So in the first, he's been in it for 4 or 5 months. He's already executive diamond, even though he's now focused full time. Because he taught this to some leaders and he turned them loose. Well, he's on his team. That's what I mean. So what makes sense to me is cold market never worked before because I never had a system. I didn't have a script to give you and all that stuff. And honestly, most people who teach cold market, they're making money off the tools they're giving you. The contract with these guys is just for basically slightly over cost. He's doing it for volume. This is what he's doing with his team. He shared it with me, and he's allowing me to do it with my team. So what I'm thinking is, if you start out new and you have a concept to just expose and learn the business, here's the other benefit that got, and we'll wrap up today. He basically said after getting people on the program, it forced people who were afraid to call their friends and family because now they're fielding calls and interviewing people because they're putting these cards out there, and it teaches them discipline to get the cards out and there's some accountability because we have the chart, but it also taught them how to talk on the phone. So then they got better with their family and friends. Honestly, you know why we screw up with our family and friends? Because we don't say the right things. We give them too much information. We're excited, but we don't know what to say, especially if you're new. And if you've done 2 or 3 other businesses, guess what happens? They think you're doing that other business or here's one of those other businesses. But if you have a strategy, you're professional, you have your sites, you got people coming through, you're signing people up, they take notice. So this is the kind of stuff that, 2 processes I want everyone to come away with tonight. Number 1 is what we want to share with our new people, the value, the benefit he places there. I like that. We're going to start doing that. And the second thing is everyone, I don't push anyone, but I'm going to start doing this, and I encourage all of you leaders and everyone who's part of our organization to do it too. And anybody new, I'm going to give them an option. I'm going to teach them one market, and I'm going to say, hey, if you want to start a co-market program to help, that's fine. Because guess what? He gives you a list of places where they're really good at, and I think he might have given a list. Let me see. I think it's the bottom here. There we go. And then we're done, guys. He gives you a list. He actually does a training. Oh, there it is. He's actually going to do a video. This is him. And he's going to redo this video. So it's not, but he's going to redo a video. So he does 2 things. This video to show you where to place, where to leave the cards, what to do. He actually gives you a list. Like churches, car dealerships, everywhere there's a lot of traffic. Trains, public places. He posted on community boards. Anywhere that allows you to put these cards. And he's done a lot, so he gives you these suggestions. So we're not sending you blind, guys. We're going to give a list, and we're going to have a script for you, and then we're going to have accountability. Because if you know you got 1,000, here it is right here. It's the script. Here's the scripts that he uses. And the voice, hello, this is so-and-so. returning your call about your travel agent opportunity. Please return our call if you have to leave a voicemail. So you know how people you can't get? It gives you a script for that, right? It tells you exact time, event, places you can where you get invited, how you invite to the meeting. Okay, what caught my attention is he's in New Jersey. He goes to the same meeting as Dwayne, and his team always has the most prospects there. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna duplicate somebody, I'm gonna duplicate somebody having success. So this tells you all the things you got to do, and it tells you where to do it. 1,000 flyers, 50 callbacks, 15 scheduled guests, 5 signups. Every 1,000 flyers. He personally does 1,000 flyers a day when he's focused. But you could do 1,000 a month. It's up to you. You could do two. It's up to you guys. This is where he does it. Bulletin boards, mail on the mailbox, not in. You're not allowed to put anything in the mail.
That's right.
And so these are the things. He's been doing it for 15 years, and that's why he has these statistics. All right. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up the webinar. I just wanted to share with you that today. I'll be following up with everybody on the team and organization to go over this stuff with you. I'm excited. I'm rolling out my program ASAP. Ordered my flyers, P cards, and it's 1,000 for $75. But more importantly, if you have P cards or connections, use the phrase. You look at the verbiage he used because he has a lot of success getting people to call in, and it makes sense because half the people probably think they're calling about a job. But when you explain it to them, some of them will be interested, especially since it's only $149 to get started. And for them to be a travel agent for somebody else, they gotta get certified. They gotta spend way more than $149, and they can start booking the second day they're in the business. That's you're gonna capture some people just like that. Okay. All right, everybody on the webinar, thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys. We're going to tune out right now and wrap up, and I'll be following up with you guys. Hope you guys see that as excited as me. I believe our numbers are going to triple, quadruple. It's going to go through the roof, and I look forward to it. So thank you for being a partner. God bless you, and have a great evening.